Welcome to another video, and we're here in Manly, Sydney, Australia. It's 31st of March 2023, and join us on this video. We are on the Freshwater, Famous Manly Ferry, and it's going to be 30 minutes across the harbour into beautiful Circular Quay. So we're just leaving Manly now. It's been a beautiful day in Manly. We've just walked down the beach, filmed it all in 4K, so make sure you check out the video of Manly Beach. Been a beautiful day in Sydney today, in about 23 degrees, 23 Celsius, about 74 Fahrenheit, and it's been pretty much cloudless. So we've got Manly Wharf just down there. Get some of the properties out here in Manly. Some really nice apartments there, all glass balconies. Right on the harbour front. Some more little apartments or homes tucked away just above the little beach area there. A bit further this way, it looks as though there's like garages for boats. So we can see up here the entrance to Sydney Harbour, South Head and North Head. To the right is South Head, to the left is going to be North Head. Let's hope we get some kind of a swell on the straits today. It'll hopefully make the ferry go up and down a little bit more. So that's the entrance to Sydney Harbour. That's where all your cruise ships will be coming through. A little bit breezy now, a bit of a cooler breeze, but still not bad. Much prefer the old ferry. The new ferry takes 22 minutes and it zooms across, where this old one takes 30 minutes, much more leisurely pace, and you can enjoy the sights a little bit more without being blown in the face with strong winds. That looks a pretty smart yacht over there. So we're getting a little bit of a swell now. Nothing too serious. Everyone here at the front of the Manly Ferry enjoying the ride over the beautiful Sydney and Circular Quay. See a little sailboat on the horizon there. So this has got to be a must thing to do when you come to Sydney, is to ride, hopefully the old ferry, Freshwater, across from Circular Quay to Manly. Coming up here is the Manly Fast Ferry. Hopefully we're doing well with the mic here, as we have got a strong wind facing it. And look at that awesome view of the straits of Sydney Harbour. Sydney Harbour, originally known as Jackson Cove. So this is where Captain Cook, down in Botany Bay, discovered Australia. We're starting to go up and down a little bit now. So this is the fun thing to do when you come on the Manly Ferry. The swell's gone down a little bit again now. And there we go, up and down again. So, who's been on the ferry watching this video where it's been really stormy? We've seen it once and that was fantastic. Tomorrow's Saturday, so there'll be a lot of boats on the harbour tomorrow and yachts. People will be out enjoying themselves. So let's have a look across at North Head. So we're looking at North Head there. And as we come across, we've got South Head right there. And the entrance to Sydney Harbour and the Tasman Sea. Getting some really good swells now. Bit of a splash there from that one. Little lighthouse on South Head there. So tomorrow's the 1st of April, can you believe it? 2023. 3 months gone already. It's amazing how time flies, eh? So if you watched any of our other videos, I hope you've enjoyed them. We are thoroughly enjoying ourselves here in Australia, bringing you spectacular 4K footage of Sydney, Uluru, Ayers Rock, Northern Territory, Queensland, Surfers Paradise and Brisbane. Hope you all enjoy. So it looks as though we've crossed the main straits without it being too bumpy there. At the front of the boat, everyone's starting to bask in sun as we start to turn a little bit there now. A little bit more cloudy over the city of Sydney. So we're looking at here all the eastern suburbs of Sydney. Directly across from us, I don't know if you can see on the video, there is a little lighthouse at the top, white lighthouse. To the right of that will be Bondi Beach. So we can just see the city of Sydney over here just popping up. We can see the high rises there. So not many boats on the harbour at the moment, but again tomorrow there will be plenty. Hopefully we'll do another video tomorrow showing you the difference with all the boats on the harbour. So I guess for all the people living in Manly, working in Sydney, this is their commute twice a day, and how fabulous it must be. It's certainly something you never get bored with. have heard that they're bringing back 2 old Manly ferries. So in the next few months, you should be able to easily get back onto these ferries. I believe they've spent millions of dollars now trying to get them back to the original state, and they're finding that these bigger ships obviously handle the Straits of Sydney much better, and they're a lot more reliable. The newer boats that they've bought, I believe, are from China, and they've had lots of problems like steering problems with them, etc. And we can see one of the newer boats, so this must be the newer, faster ferry heading to Manly. So at the moment, currently, the old Manly ferry is about every 2.5 hours. Last one from Manly is 6:10 tonight. So yeah, this is one of the newer Manly ferries. And that one's called Fairlight. And we've got a little lighthouse here in the harbour. Again, we're looking across at the eastern suburbs here. Probably right in front of us there will be the King's Cross area. The wind's calmed down quite a lot now. It's actually quite cooling. It has been quite warm today. Another little sailboat out on the bay there, like a dark black sail. And over in front here you can actually see somebody on a little light rowing boat. So they're quite brave out in the open harbour there. So he must be crossing from the north of the harbour. So he's working hard there to keep going. He's probably glad when he gets to the other side. About another 5 minutes and we'll start making the right-hand turn towards the city of Sydney and the Western Bay. We've got a boat coming up here. I wonder if they're just going out cruising or whether it's a bit of a tour. You can see him waving. He's actually giving a thumbs up. Look at the waves that he's caused. So I hope you're enjoying this video today. Manly over to Circular Quay. If you're enjoying the videos, give me a thumbs up, drop me some comments. And if you've not already done so, please subscribe to our channel. We would really appreciate that. And it's certainly a pleasure to bring you 4K footage of this beautiful area. little boats there in front of us. And as we turn to the right in a couple of minutes, there's a lot more cloud over Sydney and the western parts of the city, maybe out towards Parramatta, Blue Mountains. Blue Mountains is something spectacular to do here in Sydney. You can actually get the train out there, or you can drive out there, and the scenery is absolutely stunning. I remember looking at the Three Sisters. Well worth going. Make sure you take a coat, it's a lot colder over in the western area there. So we're starting to see the city of Sydney. So last night we did the bridge climb, and I've climbed the Sydney Harbour Bridge now 25 times, and Glenn's climbed it 23 times. We absolutely love it up there. So any of you guys that are watching, have you climbed the bridge? Drop me a comment if you have done so, and let me know what you thought about it. We absolutely love it. If you've not done it, make sure you do that on your bucket list when you come to Sydney. So far in Sydney we've been to Chinatown, which is where we're staying. We stay at the Holiday Inn Darling Harbour. It's a great location. 2 blocks away you can get the light railway along George Street, and that'll take you to Circular Quay, and then you can get on the ferries, and the ferries will take you all over Sydney Harbour. Get yourself an Opal card. It's about $16.40 or $16.80 maximum per day, and you can travel anywhere in Sydney on the ferries, the buses, light rail, trains, pretty much everything apart from the airport. Also visited the Sydney Wildlife World in Darling Harbour. That was really good. A little bit disappointed they hadn't got any redback spiders or Sydney funnel web spiders. That's what everyone normally comes to go and have a look at. But they've got the other animals there, the kangaroos and the koalas, all the deadly snakes you can see. We've done the trip to Bondi Beach, which was really good. Bondi Beach was very easy to get to, and you can take the train from Martin Place in the centre of the city to Bondi Junction, and then you take the bus, 333 bus, from Station A straight into Bondi Beach. Simple. And again, all on your Opal card. So make sure you do that. We've also had a fabulous walk from Cockle Bay up to Barangaroo, through the rocks and under the harbour bridge and into Campbell's Cove. That was really good. Also walked through the botanical gardens. The botanical gardens are absolutely spectacular, well worth going. Some amazing plants and scenery around the harbour, and the biggest spiders that you've ever seen in your life, the golden orb spiders. They are harmless, so don't worry, but they are huge. So if you've got a phobia of spiders, might not be the place to have a look at. But we walked from Mrs. Macquarie's chair, which has got really good views, and there is an open air opera at the moment. We visited Aris Pies in Wollongblue. That was a really good day. And we've just walked along Manly Beach. Also enjoyed walking along George Street with the new light railway. Made it very modern. So here we go. We've now got a fantastic view of the city of Sydney. And we've got the naval yard just here on the left. we've got the Opera House. Just in front of the Opera House is Fort Denison. Fort Denison you can actually make trips across to and look at the history there. And beyond that we've got the Sydney Harbour Bridge and North Sydney. So the front of the ferry now, everyone's come to make sure that they get these amazing photographs and selfies with the harbour bridge, and of course the Opera House. Sydney AMP Tower, Centre Point Tower, is well worth going up. There is actually an observation deck up there, a restaurant, and you can, I think it's called a Sydney Eye, where you can go out, they strap you in and you can go outside and look out over the building, hang over the building. Just amazing how the skyline of Sydney is changing. So you can see the tall buildings of Barangaroo on the right hand side there. Two of them still got cranes on where they're going up. We were last here in 2019, a lot of those buildings hadn't been built by then. Building on the right at Barangaroo is actually a hotel casino. I believe it's Chinese owned. So here is Fort Denison. Never been to Fort Denison, so maybe need to do that at some time. I think there are set times that you can go to on that. We'd need to check it out. There is a lot of history, I believe. Need to Google it first and see what it's all about. If you're interested, you can obviously have a look at Google now. And yeah, that's Fort Denison. We're getting a lot closer now to the Opera House. Behind the Opera House you can just see a cruise ship. There's normally about one a day that's actually docking now. So it looks as though cruise ships are back to normal after COVID. People are back cruising the world. I'm guessing that cruise ship's probably going to head up the east coast of Australia, maybe over to New Zealand. Most of them will depart north to Newcastle and stop off at Brisbane and head up to Cairns up in North Queensland. Another Manly ferry, fast ferry, just passing the Opera House here. Beautiful temperature here now, very light winds. Time coming up to 4:36 in the afternoon. Sun goes down at just gone 7 tonight. And there we go. Stunning view of the Opera House. Cruise ship, Barangaroo. Can't think before the Opera House it used to be like a tram station. Good shot of the Opera House there. So we're entering now Circular Quay. And we get a great view of the side of the Opera House as we pass by. Just to the right of the Opera House is the Botanical Gardens. got to be one of the major icons of Australia. So when you think of Australia, think of the Opera House, Sydney Harbour Bridge, kangaroos, koala bears, and I guess a lot of deadly things. That's what we all think about Australia. And look at that, 6 sails. I believe it was designed on orange segments. And I don't know if any of you remember when the Iraqi war was on, somebody actually went up to the middle high sail there and wrote on "No War." I don't know if anyone ever remembers that. That's some years ago now. And here we go, Circular Quay. Okay, so if you've enjoyed this video today, give me a thumbs up, drop me some comments, and please subscribe to our channel. We would very much appreciate that. Until then, we will see you on the next video here in Sydney soon.